Welcome back, family. Welcome back to What's the Juice at the Juicy Tea, 1111 Energy. Thank you so much for tapping in. Man, listen, I've been really avoiding this message for a very, very, very long time. Okay. You are justice. You are here for a specific reason, and that is to provide justice. Okay. The justice that you are here to provide are for the countless wrongdoings and wrongful acts against those who have been spoken about in this Bible pertaining to being the Most High, the divine creator of all living things, people. Okay. Something about also, I just heard this, something pertaining to why everybody wanted to claim to be the Most High's people. There were things that they knew about, okay, that they purposely hid and destroyed so that you wouldn't. Okay, there's an old saying that we grew up with for God's people. You know this saying, put it in a book. That's why it was a sin for you to read God's people. You were punished for reading. Not you per se right now today, but your ancestors were. Okay. Just make it all make sense, right? They didn't want you to read. They didn't want you to learn how to read. They didn't want your ancestors to learn how to read. Why? hmm There's a movie you need to go see, family, if you haven't seen it yet, 12 Years of Slave. That damn Bible was this thick. I ain't lying. That man was reading from a Bible this thick. You hear me? Okay. Message. So, yes, this may not be your space. Okay, this may not be your space, but this is going to be the space where my people get the true answers to their questions of why they have been shunned and looked down on for so long. Okay. And it is because your rightful place is next to the divine creator of all living things, your angels and ancestors and your spiritual team. But not only that, it is to bring divine justice in a place that has been ruled by lies, deceit, and manipulation, and all the other toxic things they have. But those are the three. Okay? So, this message may not resonate with you, and that's fine. If it doesn't, that's fine. But for those of you who this message is going to resonate with, buckle up. All right? I call upon the divine light to surround me. I invite my ancestors, guides, and protectors to stand with me. No lower energy may enter this space. Only what serves truth, healing, and highest good is welcomed here, and so it is. Ashe. Now, boom. Envy, and this, let's see how it hit. Yeah. This is what it's behind. Now, all this hit the ground upside down, some up, so I'm going to just do it what it did and see what the messages are. A lot of people are envious because you are not hurting, or because, oh, wow. They're very envious because, number one, you ain't worried about nothing they got to say. Damn. And they're upset that you're not hurting. Something about the evidence they thought they were getting rid of, they never got rid of it. They didn't want to hear the truth. They thought they burned the evidence. The evidence is in your Akashic records, yeah. They're upset because you are not willing to check yourself with their lies. Yeah. They know you're not a hater. Okay. And everything, okay, that these newspapers, okay, everything they tried to disregard, all right, everything that they felt was irrelevant, okay, or old news and outdated, because they are able to manipulate things, books, documents, etc. Yeah, no. They know you ain't no bugaboo. They know you speaking the truth, okay? There's no reason for you to check yourself. They need to check themselves because they've been lying for a very long time. They have had hatred built up for God's people. You need to realize, family, that your energy, you bring blessings. because that is who you are. You bring blessings. I don't care what nobody says. People know when they enter your life, it either gets better or it gets worse. Now, let me tell you why we get worse. Because they're karma. Because of how they've been living. Because of how they've been looking at others and being so judgmental. Because they don't have a unconditional loving heart. An unconditional loving heart means you don't pass judgment. Okay? That doesn't mean you can't. I'll say it again. An unconditional loving heart does not pass judgment. But that does not mean that you cannot. So, the message that I've been trying to avoid, you are both dark and light. And your dark is fucking dark. And your light is beautiful. It is light. Something about you need to be proud of both of them. Because your darkness is here to bring justice for the injustice that people have been under for way too long. Now, let's get to the back of this list. Fighting for what you love. Yes, listen. They did not want you fighting for what you love. See, everybody wants to fight for their people. How dare you fight for yours? The fuck you mean? That's what I'm here for. Message. And it's just not my people, God's people. Let me be very specific when I say God's people. God's people are the people that will resonate with this message because they have an unconditional loving heart. They do not pass judgment. They do not look down on anyone despite their backgrounds, situations, circumstances, experiences, none of that. The only time God's people pass judgment is when negative, deliberate things have happened to them or been directed towards them or in worst attempts, actually done to them. Oh yeah. Now that's when judgment comes. That's when judgment comes because God's people don't move like that. We don't move for the despise of anyone. That's crazy. Are you sick in your head? But when we see that is what is being projected, as God's people, we must step forward. Period. For too long, God's people have been under persecution. And for no reason at all. And painted out to be. And put in circumstances and situations where they appear to be. All these negative things. But yet they are still the most forgiving and loving. Despite the atrocities that have been done to them. Now, this is where the dark steps in. God's people are very patient. Listen, you're not an energy that betrays people. Okay? You're not about that betrayal. But when you are betrayed, and I mean you be feeling betrayed, right? Because people don't be keeping them promises they supposed to, but then if you speak up on it, you a bugaboo. The fuck you mean? They've been lying. They've been being deceitful. I don't care. That's the energy, okay? That might be the energy, I'm telling you, of just, the channel I be holding back. But I'm tired of holding back, okay? I'm tired of holding back. I cannot continue to hold back. I must speak all truths. The divine, and look, y'all, this whole, let me just see, how did I done messed it up trying to shuffle. Okay, now this one right here. Dang, see? What's that? Okay, flip that. Is all of them done? I feel like the energy here, excuse me, you're watching the intermission. Okay. I can't remember if getting played was in the reverse or not. Okay. You were getting played for a very long time. Now that they can't play you no more, that had to be the only one, last one. Okay. Now that they can't play you no more, it's a problem. It's a problem. They've been playing in your face for so long. You have been so patient. Did I say another? You have been so patient, okay? You hated nothing about these damn people. The only thing you did hate was the way they were, their behavior. That's the only thing you hated, was their behavior. There is no one that is indifferent from anyone else. There's no one above anyone else. But your actions are what place that sort of judgment on you. Now just imagine all these flipped around. The hater, all that hit the ground, done. Okay. Sometimes I'll be like, really, Spirit? All this. Imagine if you had been fitting into the envious one's bucket of bull crap. They're envious of the fact that you move with integrity and loyalty and you're not about being, That is some very offensive energy, okay? Now this offends your dark side quite a bit. Okay, because your light is always still trying to see the good and reach for the good and see, the betterment of all things and all people and seeing good in all things and all people. That's your light, okay? Okay, that's just your light. But your dark side's been tapping in a little lately. Yeah, definitely has. And your dark is attached to your light because your light has the attributes of betterment for all, okay? Not just some, not just one, not a certain group, not this, not that, but for all, however they see fit, because they do have choice. You are not a controlling energy. Your light is not a controlling energy. But I am about to tell you one thing. Your dark gets really offended. Your dark side gets so damn offended, family, okay, when you start to have to deal with people that don't want to hear you out, okay, wanted you to hurt, but now that since they didn't listen, okay, they tried to paint you as a hater, but you're not, they didn't listen to you, okay, they're pissed off because I'm always going to say this, because it was you, okay, because it was you. Take it how it resonates, right? They're upset because you wouldn't stop fighting for what was right. They're pissed because you stopped getting played the moment you awakened to the bullshit. They thought they could bury and burn evidence, but it was within your Akashic records, so that was always there. They figured that the things would be outdated, such as newspapers and things like that, right? And then they can control and manipulate the internet and how it pulls up information. Look, I'm gonna tell you, I done seen plenty of stuff on the tuber. Okay, YouTube has some business. Now, definitely tap into your discernment. But when they say that people pay Google to have their listings at the top and then be the ones that you click on and it'll fuck your whole computer up, I believe that shit. Okay, so they started doing things to where they can manipulate. Yeah, you don't have a newspaper printing anymore because now they control what you see. Huh? They got rid of things that they felt were outdated. Interesting. That was a betrayal in itself. The same way that they also tweaked the Bible and whatnot. Because I was like, damn, they said 12 Years a Slave was based on a real movie, right? A real event that took place. And they made a movie out of it. Now, here's what threw me off. We all know the history of that, right? Okay. But the Bible that the man was reading from caught my damn attention. I ain't about to make it up. Am not. Y'all, when I looked at that Bible, I said, wait a minute. Literally. That Bible was about as thick as this that man was reading from. And then go listen to what he was saying. I said, oh, hell to the no. See, these people, they did a bunch of betraying. And still yet, You didn't hate nothing about them. That's your light. You see your light. Your light cannot dispel. I mean, darkness cannot dispel without the light. Your light cannot dispel any darkness without being there. This is what has been occurring. They had these people wanted you to start doing that check yourself shit again. Oh my God, am I get enough? Am I? Oh my, can I? Oh my God. Okay, let me change this. Let me change. Nah, fuck that. You better stay who you are and quit playing. And whoever's with you better love you for who you are. And that's the real deal. Holyfield. Okay? That's the real deal. Okay? And these people are mad because you're no longer checking yourself. Not in the way they wanted you to. They wanted you to feel insecure, insignificant. They wanted you to always feel like you weren't good enough and as if you didn't fit in. Well, but of course you don't. God's people don't fit in with envious energies who try to control your life on every fucking aspect. Your reputation, not hearing you out when you were telling them what God was sending you to tell them. And God been talking to you and through you for years, all your life. When you gave anybody a message, that was coming straight from the Most High God, divine creator of all living things. I heard, and not through a burning bush. Damn. Even though you may talk to trees, okay? Oh, we. So, you not checking yourself, but then checking up on some things. That bugaboo shit. You wasn't being a bugaboo shit. Don't they tell you? Look, that's what they tell. Man, I tell you, when I'm talking about people that contradict their own um advice, okay? Follow up. Don't they tell you to follow up, family? Follow up. When you follow up, though, they wanted you to be known as a bugaboo. You ain't bugabooing shit. You following up, right? That's what they teach. Fuck what they teach. Follow up is only for some people, not all people. So then you follow up with the divine. That's who you go to. That's where the judgment comes in at. Your dark side, do not play. It's like, look, I told you I'm coming in peace. But then you still keep messing with me. Type energy. Lying all the time. Lying all the time. Giving fake ass apologies. Fake ass apologies for insulting you time and time again. Okay? Doing things that caused you a lot of pain and suffering for no reason. Because they were envious and jealous. Those are demons. You're never supposed to be envious or jealous of anyone. Never. I'm telling you, and I can say that for what? For what? You be proud. You be proud of yourself. You see what you can work on. If you want to work on it, work on it. If you don't, and you want to love yourself as you are, love yourself as you are. But all of this has come to an end. Your dark side is dark. Now let's see what's going on with the dark side. It's like you done caught. Look. Oh Lord. Oh my God, this is funny to me. Oh my goodness. So your dark side has some anger management issues. Okay, especially when it comes to the smack shops, because I feel like, and let me tell you what this energy is. Let me tell you what this energy is, okay? I'm not talking about physical smacks. This is gonna go deeper. This goes deeper than the flesh. I'm talking about being pimped out. Your resources, your finances, your lineage, your legacy, your character, your reputation. Like these motherfuckers tried to pimp you out. That's like a smack shot. Oh yeah, you was hot about it. You was hot about it. Anger management when it comes to and physical. Hold up, and physical's in there too. Oh, don't you ever. Ooh. Energy came in hot on Sunday. What's going on, Spirit? Tell me some more. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up with the bankhead bounce, baby? Yep. You was tired of the drama. I cannot make it up. Your dark side says, shit, you put a foot down. Your dark side is dark for those of you who are resonating with this energy. And I know everybody want to be the bells and whistles and lights and all that kind of good stuff. And everybody, oh, we love. Oh, shut up. We know we love. But damn, talk about getting taken advantage of. Look, I cannot make it up at the bottom of the deck. Talking about getting taken advantage of while people was just watching, sitting, and sitting down. Okay? Watching all the SHIT go down. Okay? Enjoying the gossip. Mm-hmm. Look at this. Gossiping about, ha ha ha, we're taking everything. They don't know shit. These are stupid. No, we weren't stupid. It just wasn't divine timing. And when it became divine timing, oh, hell, hit the roof. Mm-hmm. All hell broke loose. Mm-hmm. Mm. Sunday sound like somebody preaching, spirit. Yeah. A lot of private relationships behind closed doors and partnerships and all the ships that can ship they ass on away. Mm-hmm. Partnerships, relationships, socialization ships. Mm-hmm. You didn't have none of them. When you seen them for what they were, you like, oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to deal with that. Because you already know you got anger management issues and shit. That dark side of yours does, I think. I think that dark side does. Mm-hmm. Look, I cannot make it up at the bottom of the deck. Somebody need to be cautious. Because you so tired of the drama. You so tired of, all the energies of just, intoxicated pharmaceutical industries, actual, mess you off industries, the drug industries, highs all the way to the lows. It was like something out here because you're looking at it and you're like, you know what? This is just used to kill. You may have even lost family members to the shit. It's like you were very patient here, but as soon as you could not bear it, bottom of the deck, you got to kicking some stuff to the curb. Because it was a direct effect on you. Look what's over here. And spirit. And what you had committed to. What you've been sent here for. You started getting those downloads. Them telepathic downloads of, it's time. Yes, because look. Their intentions were never pure and clear. Their intentions, these people's intentions, were never pure and clear. Their intentions were bad. I heard that. Their intentions were bad. That's why you call judgment. The energies that be called judgment, what's this? Yep, because there was no balance. It was kind of imbalanced on the fence. The situation was imbalanced. I heard that. Make it represent the whole reading. The situation was imbalanced. You want it? Woo! It was time to put an ending to it. That's why I got kicked to the curb, because it was time to put an ending to it. Your dark side puts endings to shit. That's what I just heard. Look, and I look over. Somebody needs to check in on that, okay? You see over here it said check in the reverse. Somebody, you need to check in that your dark side put an end to some shit. See, this was why I didn't really want to focus on this kind of energy, y'all, because I feel the anger management part is what, is the most spookiest thing about you. Is because when you are upset, nature reacts to that energy. Fires, floods, all kind of shit. I feel like your dark side is what caused judgment. Ugh. Tell me more about that energy. That's when you start defending. Ugh. That's when you start defending. Mm. Wow, and it is not joyful. And I know all these is in the upright up, and it is not a joyful time. It is not a joyful moment. See, the dark side of you is extremely powerful, and so is the light. Mm. 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 When you start defending, you go for the win. That's why there's the victory here. Mm. Like I'm hearing, ain't no half stepping. Oh my mind. Ain't no half stepping when it comes to your dark side. Oh Lord. Okay, well. Mm. Yes, because you listen. The light be showing up because you're a peaceful energy. Listen, oh boy. You are a peaceful energy. Okay? You are a patient, kind, temperance energy. You always try to see the best in everyone despite their background or whatever. And you don't try like you really do. You see something good in everybody. That's another thing. Hmm. You see something good in everything and everybody. And that is why your dark is different. Because your dark actually calls down judgment and punishment upon the offense, but you take all things into consideration. Mm. When it comes to the hunt. Mm. Mm. Ooh. Okay. When it comes to the hunt, you take all things into consideration and you defend with the intentions to win. I cannot make it up with confidence because you know your confidence stems from a righteous place. So your judgment stems from a righteous place. You being in your light for so long until you call upon the dark. Mm. Damn. I'm like, mm. Mm. Yes, listen, when you see these cunning people here, when you see their intentions ain't pure and clear and they were cunning, cunning is like a number one offense to you. Mm, I heard that, spirit. It is a number one offense to you. Cunning, manipulative energy, lying, deceitful energy. That's a problem for you. Okay. I heard that, spirit. Yes. There was a on the fence and balance when it came to the wisdom. Some people felt their wisdom came from cunning, being cunning. That was their way. That was the wisdom. That's how they were guided. That was the path that they chose. That was not a wise path. Mm. Mm. Yeah. because it was a path that they wanted to use to consume, but there was a lot of imbalance and injustice there, a lack of wisdom. Some had wisdom, some did not. I feel like they thought or felt like this was the best plan that they could come up with. Mm. Mm. Yeah. I feel like this energy here, maybe they just didn't believe you were sacred energy. Maybe they didn't believe that you were the sacred one. This could easily be done, family, and let me tell you why I'm picking that energy up. Yeah, because of all the projects, all the stuff they were doing, MK Ultras and all these kind of, things they wanted you to, forget about, and because mental trauma is very intoxicating. It's very toxic, and it can make those who are not strong enough crack, break, whatever the case may be. But see, you have a very strong mental tolerance when it comes to the BS, and that's just because you are just as strong in your light as you are in your dark. So that gives you a different view of things that are coming towards you, people, the statements, the things they do. You see things from the light and the dark. You see things from the light because they're trying to persevere. They're trying to survive. But they have been. They were just so greedy that they never wanted to give it up. Your instincts, I cannot make it up, tell you all these things. They let you know who's friendly and who's not. They let you know who's on loan to borrowed time, who's been deceitful, who's been unfriendly, who's collaborated, who's sabotaged, damn, you on your journey, and who was seeking revenge and laughing about the shit. That was their plans. That was their plans. But you can see, and a lot of people, this is the part that threw them. This here, the career path. And see, they say career, right? They could have been dictating your career, but I feel like, this is why you were going through the ups and downs. Because this, they knew you depended on it. You depended on it at once upon a time. As soon as you took back what was rightfully yours, your lineage, your inheritance, your wisdom, your Akashic records, your knowing within, yeah, that definitely frustrated them. Because you have a sincere devotion here to the Most High God. Mm. Mm-hmm. Tell me more, Spirit. Mm-hmm. And you radiate positivity. Okay? Because there's a shared purpose. Mm. These folks right here. Ooh. Yo, dark. Yes. Something about this joyful togetherness is out here. Okay? I feel like you already know it's better when everybody's one. Shit's fun. When everybody's one. But you're going to have those energies that, ooh, they're going to shun their nose. They're going to look at you and be like, we don't like it. Type energy. Okay? Because you have this grateful heart. You have a grateful heart. Mm. And you're a passionate, romantic type energy. You're a nurturing, loving energy. This is why, when you step into your darkness, it's just as strong as your light. A perfect balance of the two. Yeah, and that's a deep connection. That is a deep connection, family. Feminine energy. Birth starts with feminine energy. That's a deep connection, okay? Your dark and your light are equal in power. And with great power comes great responsibility. And that's why you are being called. Because I feel like the scales were tipped for too long. And you had people that were not taking any and everything into consideration. They were taking groups of things, sections of things, things that benefited them into consideration. Not all things. So as much love as you have to give, and as much joy and passion and nurturing energy that you put in to everything and everyone, radiating positivity, okay, sharing like-minded vision. There were those fighting against that. And then that's when you go tapping into that young dark side you have. Yin yang energy. Feminine, masculine energy. Something about you being very balanced with the heart and mind. Okay. Wow. Oh, because masculine, you know that, but you are very balanced with heart and mind energy. You do make things make sense. You just radiate love. You radiate love. And up under all that love, when you are betrayed and painted out to be something you are not, baby, it goes down. Your darkness is just as powerful as your light. Show is. You see? The plan when it came to impacting your career and stuff like that, they definitely do be working on that, family. They do. They be trying to frustrate you. That's why they try to do so much. But see, here's the thing. The more they do to you, okay, let me let you see it. The more they do to you, it is not a good thing or look for them. Because that shit gets kicked to the curb and backfires. It is brought to an end. They need to accept you and the light that you bring, because your darkness is dark. It invokes Mother Gaia. Okay, so I'm going to leave that message there at 3811. All right, you resonate on that for a minute if you like. Okay, because this is what I keep trying to tell people. There are energies that, man, their enough is enough. They're really pissed off because right now it's not impacting and affecting who they wanted it to. And no one wanted to listen to you about changing things, making it better for all, not just for some, but for all. And when I say make it better for all, let them make the choice and the decisions that they want to make, and stop trying to manipulate every fucking thing and telling everybody they got to do this or do that to be accepted here or there. Because as long as the Most High God accepts them, fuck what you talking about, Earthwalker. Message. Okay, family. All right. So leave it there at 3,900 and counting. Closing out. I release the weight of the matrix and its deception and its betrayal. I stand rooted in my truth, and I call back my power, my light, and my peace. I am whole, I am becoming, and so it is. Ashe. Okay, family. All right. And then until next time, you have a magnificent day. Ashe.